What's up, BnT Nation? Episode 4, I believe. Yeah, episode 4. So it's gonna be just B for probably the first 10 minutes. Tyler's doing some work, and I just thought we'd get a jump start in the episode just to make it snappy. I won't go over into any too important topics when Tyler's not here. Just just for his sake. So I'll just talk about just say thank you. Thanks for watching everything. Lots of support on the Spotify. Keep running them up on Spotify. We also have a YouTube. I understand Spotify's a lot easier to listen to, so that's probably what people will be listening to. So that makes sense. So, but yeah, running up on both. TikToks are going off. So yeah, so thank you all. We asked on our latest TikTok, we asked some questions. Keep asking questions. We'll always answer questions. If you guys have any questions, just ask them. There's comments on Spotify. If you just want to leave some comments on Spotify, any TikTok we have, we'll always answer questions. So I'll go over some so this random, I don't know who this guy was, said, how do you guys get so cool? A lot of hard work and dedication, I'd say. Just put the hours in, put the time and effort in. Me and T had a dream, just two guys with a dream, and we just delivered. A lot of, our first episode took 4 weeks to get out. So, a lot of effort, podcasting, it seems easy. It kind of is easy. I won't lie to you, but it's just it just takes time to really it just takes time to really get it down. We don't even have it down yet. We're still learning things, and you always learn things. That's just how things get good. So, but we've also been cool since birth, that's just, what the BnT show is about. Some people don't have that luxury, and that's okay. So, Tyler would agree with that, it's just a birth trait that we have. So yeah. So back to, I won't answer any real questions because we don't have a lot. So, Tyler has the knowledge of most of these things too, because they're mostly basketball related. I don't know why. More of a football guy myself. As you can see, me and Tyler are kind of like a yin yang situation. We kind of bounce off each other. So it's good that we have each other because he has some of the ball knowledge, I have some of the football knowledge, and I'd say I have a little basketball knowledge, but not as much as Tyler. So it's good that we, I think it's a good duo for a pod. So it's a fun podcast. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Lots of other podcasts are kind of I listen to some podcasts that are fun. Shout out the Bread Basket podcast. That's who I honestly get inspiration from. They do a lot of things that we try to implement, such as we try to do games. We try to do little games. We try to do stats. We try to do questions. So yeah, they're really good. I don't really listen to any podcasts, so I hope we're your guys' podcast. And yeah, man, I really don't know what to talk about without Tyler. Tyler's Tyler's my guy. So I guess we'll talk about this is just on my feed. I'm just looking at Google right now. This is on my sports feed. March Madness bracket predictions. I'll just go over if I agree with this. The number 1 seeds: Auburn, Duke, Florida, and Alabama. This is just predictions. I agree with all these. I think Alabama, no. So if you guys know what KenPom is basically it's kind of just for it's college basketball, and it's weird stats. I don't get what it really means. So there's net rating, which is adjusted efficiency margin, which I don't know what that means. But so KenPom basically is it historically is shows who's gonna win pretty much each year, right? So right now the top KenPom rankings are Duke, Auburn, and Houston. 4 is Florida, 5 is Tennessee. And 2024, UConn won, and they're 1 in KenPom. 2023, UConn again, and they're 1. 22, Kansas won, they're 3. 21, Baylor won, and they're 2. So historically, if you're a top 3 KenPom team, then you have a shot of the national championship. So right now, basically what we're saying is the national champion will either be Duke, Auburn, or Houston. But that can always change, obviously, throughout the regular season. But so basically, KenPom is just saying that these are the best teams, and Alabama's 6. But in my opinion, maybe I'm biased. I think Wisconsin should be up there. Wisconsin's having a season. Wisconsin's having a great season. They're 9 in KenPom scoring right now. They have an absolute dog, John Tonje. Shout out John Tonje. We'll get into more of him when Tyler gets back because, there's some burning questions about him. But I'll just shout him out. Shout out John Tonje. He's an absolute beast. So, going on, number 2 seed Houston. I think Houston and Alabama should be switched. I think Houston's better than Alabama. But I think, so right now they have 3 SEC teams in the 1 seeds. I feel like that's just, I don't know. I feel like that's unrealistic. And then Tennessee, 2 seed. I agree. Iowa State, 2 seed. I agree. I know I say this a lot, but shout out TJ Otzelberger. I think that's how you say it. Friends with my dad, or he's friends with his dad or something like that. I don't know. But shout out that guy. Good guy. If you want to get on the podcast, we'll have you on the podcast. You'll be a great. I'm rooting for you in March Madness. 2 or 3 years ago, I won the entire March Madness bracket. We had a bracket of it was a lot. It was probably 200 brackets, 200 people made brackets, and my bracket came on top. I won $600. It was the best day of my life. I spent it on I spent $100 on 2K21, I believe, at the time, and I just became a 99 overall. It was the best day of my life because I've never been that good at 2K. So, and then 3 seeds, they got Texas Tech, Texas A&M, St. John's. St. John's is a really interesting team because if we look at KenPom scoring, St. John is nowhere near here. But if we look at defensive rating, St. John's has the 2nd best defense in the country with the 73rd offense, which is crazy how they're good because historically speaking, KenPom says that you need a good offense and a solid defense. You don't really need like 23 UConn won with the 3rd offense and the 7th defense, 22 Kansas won with the 6th offense and the 17th defense. So basically, what it's saying is you don't need an incredible defense. You just need to play defense. So I'm not huge on St. John's. I think they're a really good team. I think they're a sleeper team. I think they'll make a run, but I don't think they will make it to the chip just because of that. Because you need an offense, It says defense wins championships until you're putting up 40 against a really good team. If you hold a team to 50, but you score 40, you lose the game, right? And that's just how it works. I don't know. I'll look up St. John's stats right now. I actually don't know what St. John's is averaging. St. John's basketball stats. St. John's basketball stats. So their top guy is averaging 17, which isn't bad. Not terrible. They just get so many rebounds. 8.5, 7.5, 5, 4. They get a lot of steals too. One guy's averaging 2. One guy's averaging 2. 1.4. Averaging not a ton of blocks. One of these guys has 1.6. This Z Ajofor guy is very good. Zubi Ajofor. This guy's a dog. Shout out this guy. I don't know how old he is, but he could be a sleeper NBA prospect because this guy is just he just looks like a prototypical forward that I feel like every team needs, Every team needs kind of like a Draymond Green, And I feel like this Zubi guy, that's what he is. He's still averaging a good points. He can score if you want, but what he really can do is get a board or 2 or get a block. As a team, they have a really, really good field goal percentage, which is good, but the thing is you need 3-point percentage, and they just don't have that. Their top guy for 3-point percentage is 40, which isn't bad, but their top scorer, their top scoring guy, R. Lewis, whoever that is, 28 3-point percentage. So this guy basically has not shot his entire career. He has, let's see, how many 3-points has he shot? Because it has not been that many. He played for UMass for a season. He shot, he basically shot 1 3-pointer a game. Yeah, he's shooting 1 3-pointer a game. In the new age of basketball, that's just not very good. I mean, you can get away with it, obviously, but it's just you want a little shooting. So I don't think St. John's is going to make a huge run. They're a good team, but I don't see them doing a ton. So going back to it, they have 4 seeds: Kentucky, Arizona, Wisconsin, Missouri. Shout out Missouri. I'm wearing that on my shirt right now. I'm not a fan of them. I just went to Missouri one time. We were driving down to Florida, and we stopped in Missouri, and we stopped at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I got the shirt. Very cool shirt. So, but obviously, Wisconsin, they're my guys. They did lose to Oregon, but it was a very... Oh, my goodness. I'm just yapping about March Madness right now. All right, everyone, T is back. How's the meeting?
It's alright, it was fine.
Did you make it snappy?
What?
Did you make it snappy?
Not really.
That's fine. Okay, so I was just talking about March Madness. Okay, so should we get into the questions?
Yeah.
We'll get into the TikTok.
Your phone?
I have it right here. We'll get into the TikTok questions since T's back. We'll probably start back on March Madness because that's a lot of the questions. So from, should we start top to bottom?
How do I get this mic to lock? It keeps like...
What is it? Oh, I think you gotta do this. I think it's like a,
Oh.
you feel me? I think it's like a twisty. You gotta twist
Whatever.
it.
It's not twisting.
It's not twisting.
Whatever.
All right, we're good. Okay, so we'll answer this question from Keegan O'Keefe. Thoughts on John Tonje breakout season?
I'm a huge fan.
You're a huge fan?
I actually didn't even know who he like really was before this
I
season.
had no clue.
Where did he come from?
That's why that's what I was just gonna ask.
Where was it?
John
It was like some like...
Tonje.
It was like a decently big school.
Really? I had no clue what. Isn't he? He's averaging
I
like...
think it was a red school.
He's averaging like a
I just
top
can't remember.
15 points.
Yeah, not 22nd.
Colorado State, and then he went to Missouri for a year.
I'm wrong.
He's old. This guy's old.
Yeah, he's been
1,
in college
2,
since
3,
we
4,
were in 5th grade or something.
Yeah, he's been in college for 6 years. 2019 is his first year of
So
college.
he's what, 24, bro?
Yeah.
Pushing 30.
This is Unk. He was bad, too.
If you're older than Sam and you're playing college ball, if you're older than Sam Zabel and you're playing college ball, you're Unk.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out Sam
bad.
Zabel.
Shout out Sam Zabel. That's... Why was he like... Why did he just like turn up? He averaged... Last year, he averaged 2 at Missouri, and now he's averaging 19.
I'm sure, like, there's no way they were like, oh, let's bring in this dude, and I'm sure he's going to be one of the leading scorers in the nation.
Yeah, they had no...
They probably thought he was going to be like
Yeah,
some,
they had
like,
no
role
clue.
player.
They were like, all right, he'll be our backup point guard or something. And he's just the best.
One of the best. He could be Conference Player of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
He's up there.
I think he leads...
He's a finalist.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking about March Madness, and they have Wisconsin as a 4 seed.
How long have you been recording for? Oh, 12
Like
minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. I was just talking about Ken Palm scores. I was just nerding out. So they have Wisconsin as a 4 seed, but I really think John Tonje alone could lead us to something.
Yeah, good question, Keegan.
Yeah, great question. Thank you, Keegan. Thank you for supporting the podcast.
Certified catcher.
Certified catcher said tough. Maybe. I don't know.
I'd say so.
Yeah. So thank you for the question, certified catcher. Let's look at your profile.
Vivi?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Is this?
I mean, he's a good fisher.
That's tough.
Maybe he's a certified catcher.
I think he's a certified catcher. I'd say so. So thanks for the question, certified catcher.
Oh, do you see Josh's right below Keegan's?
What did it say?
It said, what are your thoughts on Dom Hill being the most influential?
Ooh, Dom Hill. That's a good question.
Oh, I miss him.
If you don't know Dom Hill, he was just a great guy all around.
Our freshman year, he was a senior.
He changed. I would say he changed how
The culture.
Yeah, he changed Waukesha West. The graphics teacher, shout out Mr. Warner. He made like 300 shirts of Dom Hill.
Everyone was wearing them.
Oh yeah.
It was like
There's a rock around school.
Yeah.
Like if you were anyone, you're wearing a Dom Hill shirt.
Yeah. If you're not, I don't know what you were wearing.
Yeah, he's probably the most influential West.
More than Cam.
I feel like what's like your Mount Rushmore of influential West?
I think there's just a 2-person Mount Rushmore. I think it's those
Cam and Dom.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Cam, Dom,
Skogman,
Joe Sherbert,
and Skogman.
Because that's
David
good.
Skogman, like, not only was he a great basketball player, but he also like he defined the odds. Like,
Yeah.
Like remember like that
I didn't get a heart attack or
he had
something.
he suffered cardiac arrest
Mhm.
on the court, and like the doctors told him like, oh, like you wouldn't ever be able to play again.
And next year,
And
he's at
yes,
Davidson or
and now
whatever.
he's playing at he's playing at DePaul now.
Yeah, he's transferred like 7 times, but
He was at like Buffalo and then Davidson and DePaul.
yeah, but hey, good for you, D1 basketball player.
He's playing against UConn.
Yeah, you're
Marquette,
playing. Yeah, you're playing against good teams.
DePaul, that's a good conference.
Yeah,
They're
I
the Big
can't-
East.
I can't knock you. You're a good
We
player.
have to read them.
Yeah, we'll read them. So, from Nathan Van, what do you think about Victor Wembanyama out for the season? Wow.
Tragic.
Very.
I mean, him and Coach Popovich are out because Coach Popovich had like a stroke, I believe.
Oh, really?
So yeah, he might be done like.
Prayers up to Coach Pop.
This happened like a while ago.
Oh,
like,
really?
A few months ago.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But
he's old, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have retirement.
Yeah, he might just because he's so old, he might just like.
Yeah,
he
obviously
might
this
just
is what
stop.
this is what he loves, but like.
It gets to a point. Like,
Yeah,
like you've been doing it long enough.
He's probably the best coach of all time, other
He's
than
up
like
there.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, Phil Jackson.
Him probably. So yeah, I feel like with Victor, I think it might actually be good because I saw a thing, right? I saw the Spurs. Whenever I don't know what year it was, Tim Duncan got hurt, right? So that team was really bad without Tim Duncan. So they got the first overall pick and they got David Robinson.
Yeah.
This year, Wemby gets hurt, right? Cooper Flag. Imagine Cooper Flag and Wemby. Imagine they get 2 first-round picks, right? They get Cooper. They pair him up with his boy Con Kneppel.
No, Con Kneppel's going to the Bucks.
If Con Kneppel goes to the Bucks, I'd cry. He's a hometown hero, really. But Wemby and Cooper Flag would actually probably be the best duo in the league. That would be an unstoppable backcourt. Or is that a front court?
What?
Wemby and Cooper Flag is that a front? That's a front court. Unstoppable front court. So.
Well, what position is Cooper Flag? Is he like a 3?
I think he's a power forward. I think he's playing power forward.
3-4, maybe
3. He could play whatever.
Yeah.
He's just a good player. But if that happens, then I think it's good. But if not, if they're just like a playing team, they're just okay. Like they have De'Aaron Fox, so they probably will be. Yeah. But
I think that they should almost just tank.
Yeah, that's what I think they should tank. Tank for Flag, tank for Coop. But do you think if I said this to someone and they thought I was crazy? If Victor Wembanyama stays hurt, he would be a top 5 player of all time.
No.
Really?
He's played for less than 2 seasons. You mean if he gets hurt for his whole career?
If he doesn't get hurt.
Oh, if he doesn't.
If he stays healthy.
I thought you said if he gets
gets.
Oh, if he doesn't.
If he stays healthy.
Top 5. I don't know. It's way too early to tell.
It is, but he's like skill set. I think he's generational talent.
He has potential to be a top 10 player of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he could be the best shot blocker of all time. He could be a center who can shoot. I think he's a very good mold of like what the NBA is like coming to. Like he can shoot, he can do everything.
Yeah.
So, on to the next question we got. Here we have from Aiden Rapp. Thoughts on the Bobby Portis suspension? I don't really know the details. Do you know?
It was something I like. He took like a drug that he wasn't supposed to.
Oh.
But I don't know. I heard it was like by accident, but like because like the name of like the drug sounded like too close to like what he was like. It's hard to explain.
I'll look it up just get the full details. Don't want to do any fake. But it's just not coming up. Anti-drug policy. He did Tramadol. I don't know what that is.
A medication used to treat severe pain in adults.
So it's Advil. So he took Advil? Or is it like kind of like morphine?
He unintentionally. No, look at the quote. Bobby unintentionally. No, down.
Where?
Right
Bobby
unintentionally took a pain medication called Tramadol, thinking he was taking a pain medication called Toradol. That's what I said. Like the name. He got confused.
Oh, he got confused because Toradol is allowed and
Toradol is an approved pain medication.
Okay.
And apparently the one he took was
not approved.
Not approved.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. He didn't.
Why was Bobby Portis drug tested anyway? That's so random.
They're
like bro, drug tests like.
Random drug tests are so stupid. Have you ever seen like if a player does well, they get random drug tested? I saw like a TikTok of Baker Mayfield when they played well, and he said he got drug tested every week.
Yeah.
Like at some point, you just got to give up.
Well, didn't he have like a history of doing?
I think so.
Maybe
not.
Maybe not.
I don't know. But that's just sad for Bobby. I believe him. He's a good guy.
25 games. So
25 games. That's not terrible.
I don't think the Bucks are going anywhere.
No, they're really not.
Maybe a first round win.
What are they in the standings right now? Are they like up there?
They're not contenders.
No, not at all. In the we're in the East, right?
Yeah.
In the East, they're 4th, so that's not bad at all. But like Knicks,
Celtics are
we're never beating
100 times better.
We're never beating the Celtics or Cavs. Like let's just be honest here. So we're a good team. We'll probably get to the second round.
The Hawks are the definition of like mid. Like bro, every year they're around like that.
They're always the 8th seed. Like if I was them, I would just want to be the Wizards.
Tank.
Yeah, I just want to be the Wizards.
47.
I've always been a Trae Young fan, but at this point, I don't really know. What do you think about him? Do you think he can really do much?
I don't know. Like he's inconsistent.
He
Like
is very
he's a very good passer, but he also I think he leads the NBA in turnovers. So he's just like he has a lot of good traits and a lot of bad traits.
What's crazy is how stacked the West is.
Yeah.
Like
The Grizzlies are a good team.
Grizzlies are a good team. Like Timberwolves have Ant. Mavericks used to have Luka,
Yeah,
but like
I mean,
the West is stacked.
think about it, the 76ers. They have Paul George and Embiid and Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, Paul George is 80 years old though. Oh, they're 12th in the East. That's crazy. But like, the Thunder really surprised me. I don't know. I know
I knew they were gonna be good.
I know, like obviously the Thunder are good, but I can't wrap my head around that the Thunder are good. You know?
Yeah,
How is Jalen Williams good?
They're gonna win a championship in the
They
next 2 or 3. They're so young and they have all those draft picks.
Gosh, that GM is probably the greatest GM of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did. Shea just became the best player in the league.
But listen, I for some reason I just don't think the Cavs are gonna win the championship.
I don't really.
It's gonna be Boston.
It's gonna be Celtics. I don't really either.
Sadly.
Cavs are really good.
But I don't know why. I just like.
I mean,
they are a very good team.
They have Donovan Mitchell, obviously, but like
Darius Garland.
They don't really
Evan
have
Mobley.
people.
Bodie, they have 3 players averaging over.
Yeah, 18. But like if we go to the Celtics,
dude. No, they're really good, dude.
The Cavs are good, but like we go to the Celtics, like this is just the best team you've ever seen in your life. Like
it's not even like a super team, really. But Jason Tatum leads in every stat category.
Points, rebounds, and assists. Wow, good for Jason Tatum, man. Blacks is Derek White.
I think Derek White is the best role player, bro. I
could see that. They're also lying.
People are giving him hate for being on Team USA. I think it was deserved. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Okay, Jaylen Brown. They didn't invite Jaylen Brown on the team though, which is questionable.
Oh, I didn't know he's American.
Apparently, it's like Nike or apparently it's like they got beef. Jaylen Brown and Nike have really bad beef.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's a Nike sponsored team.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also Derek White, he's just like a role player. Like they already have enough scorers.
Every team needs a Derek White. You know?
Exactly. To win a championship.
Yeah, of course. Like that's what we had when the Bucks won. Drew Holiday is a Derek White. You know, you need a Derek White.
He was like
Assists. They gotta get their assists up. Come on now. Only 5
they're
points.
winning games.
They are winning games. That is true. They just score a lot of points. So they have. Wow, this is a good team. Peyton Pritchard. Shout out Peyton Pritchard. Just the best buzzer beater, half court shooter.
If I was him, I would go. You know what I would do? I would go to like Washington or something, or I would go to a bad team and just get a huge contract.
Yeah, just
and
play
make
a
a ton of money, because he's like I think he's a very, very, very good NBA point guard.
Oh yeah,
but he's playing behind the best starting 5 in the NBA.
Yeah, you can't play when you're.
I mean, Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's been hurt, and he's been getting old.
Yeah, he is getting old. I would just retire now if I was Drew Holiday. Like he's gonna hold on to it, I know, but I feel like you just got to go. Like you've won 2 chips,
or just one, or just be like a backup.
Yeah.
Should we get on with the next question?
The rest are stupid. Wait, what else we got? Yeah, we don't. We got my boy Andrew Flagg. What are your thoughts on the political and economic state of the world right now?
I don't know.
You know, I'm not really one to talk about that. I just play Fortnite and that's about it. So I'm not really one to talk about that. I know that inflation. I know that's happening. Gas is getting expensive. Right. So, or actually, I think it's been getting cheaper.
I couldn't tell you.
Do you not pay attention to gas prices?
No.
It's always been.
I don't. Do you have to pay for your gas?
I do pay for my gas.
I don't have to pay for my gas.
That's nice. Sometimes, like, if I'm like, Mom, I need some money, she'll pay for my gas. But like, I have a job, so most of the time I pay for my gas.
I just I don't think that's right. Like having to pay for your own gas. It's just like you spend that money working.
Yeah.
And then you just have to use it for your own.
I don't know. I mean, I
get the point, but
yeah.
then when you drive, you're like hesitant to drive.
No, you're so scared. It's so scary to drive. Because like that's like the problem is like people like have you ever like tried to like set up a carpool and you're like, all right, who's driving? You'll never get someone to drive.
Shout out to Caden Wilson.
That guy drives.
He likes it. He wants.
I know
to drive.
that boy drives.
He likes.
Shout out K Will.
So, but that's never really been a huge issue for me.
But like, what's like a?
It's happened. It's happened in the past.
Yeah.
Like going to for example, Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody wants to drive that.
Yeah.
So it just ended up being one of our friends' moms.
Yeah, like it's just hard. I get it. Like, what's the opposite of a shout out? Unshout out Noah Marincic. That man will never drive in his life.
Shame on.
Noah. Shame on you, Noah. He'll never drive in his life.
Neither will Josh.
Neither will Josh. No. People just I get it, but like I just have to end up driving because like if no one's gonna do it, that's what my dad's always taught me. Shout out Scott Bond.
We've shouted him out in every podcast.
I think we have.
I think he's our number one fan.
He's the most
loyal fan.
He'll listen to this. He listens to this during work. He just like blares it, no headphones.
Does he have any buddies that he watches it with?
I don't know. He has this buddy named Ryan. Him and
Ryan.
Shout out Ryan Galasso.
We're aware of you.
Him and Ryan want to make a podcast, so they're really like studying us.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
You chose the right podcast.
You did.
To watch.
You really did. Let me tell you.
To take notes off of.
It's a great podcast. We have fun here.
And we're only getting better.
Yeah.
I think that I agree with Bodie's dad, and I agree with I thought this too. Like I feel like every podcast we're getting better and better.
Yeah, definitely.
The first one there were some bumps. Like we had some silence and we had some
there's some bumps in the road.
Yeah.
It's just it's like anything. You learn.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a good thing, It's we can learn through life with it, you know. So we don't really got any other questions. I answered this one because I was just really dying to answer that question. So we don't really have any more questions. So thank you for the questions. You can always ask us questions if you want. Spotify has comments that you can leave comments on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah. So leave a question.
Or you can DM us on TikTok.
DM us. Yeah. Do anything. Hey, go up to us. Be like, hey, B. In school. Be like, B. I have this question, and I'll be like, love my adoring fans. Mm-hmm. So one time, Shoddy came up to me, right? Asked for a picture, right?
Really?
Yeah.
She recognized us?
Yeah. She was like, I'm a big fan of the podcast. I'm like,
where was this?
I'm like, hey, chill.
Where was this?
I don't know. Out in school.
Oh, all right.
And I was like, hey, chill.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was great. So we're going global in the Waukesha West school system. So shout out Waukesha West. Mm-hmm. So it's a fun time. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
Today has to be a shorter episode though. So
yeah, we only have a few minutes.
Let's hit the 30 mark. Let's hit the 30 mark. We got 4.
Right,
we're at 20. Hit the 30 mark. Every single. What's crazy?
What?
2 out of our 3 podcasts have been 38 minutes.
Yeah.
One of them was 43.
There's so much to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about. I actually want to get back. I was talking about Ken Palm a little bit when you were gone. Are you a big Ken Palm guy, or do you think it's BS?
I mean, I looked at him yesterday.
But look at this. What I think is crazy, the red is who won.
Bodie, you know what I do? You know what I want you to do?
Look at how just consistent that is.
You know what I did in my free time yesterday?
What?
Here, go to Safari. Here, open a new tab and look up college.
College? Wait, you type it. You got 2 minutes. Shout out Tyler Evenson. He dislocated his pinky, but he still played. Still dropped 11 on KM. Best defense in the state. Dropped 11 on them. Face guarding too. Josh actually asked how will this affect his legacy, and I don't think it will whatsoever. I think this only makes him better.
Well, I had to wear this weird tape on my fingers.
Yeah, so made shooting a little harder.
Yeah, I'm not used to it.
This is the first one. Best college logo. Is this a bracket?
Yeah.
Oh,
look at that. Do this bracket.
Boy. Okay.
No. Click off. Click X.
Click X. Okay. So we have BYU versus Nebraska. Both awful logos.
So if you don't know, I don't know if you heard, but we're doing a bracket for the best college logo. It's a 64 team bracket.
Wow.
There's a whole nother side.
That's a lot. Let's do BYU versus Nebraska. I think BYU.
Yeah.
BYU.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
UNLV versus Ohio
State. Do you want to do this off the podcast?
We could do this off the pod. Let's just say, what do you think the best logo is?
I said the best logo was East Carolina.
Where's East Carolina?
Down. Right there.
Oh, that is a cool logo.
Or go down.
Go down.
Go down a little bit more. I really like that Spartan.
Oh, this one for South Florida?
Right above that.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
San Diego State.
Yeah.
I'm a big shout out Missouri.
That's a good logo.
That's a good logo. That's a nice logo. I like them, or I like. Where are they?
They could be on the other side.
I just saw them.
Cool ones on the other side.
Coastal Carolina.
Boise State's got a
Boise
cool
State's. There's a lot of cool logos. That's actually how I, when I won Josh's bracket, that's how I did it. I won off of the best logos.
Really?
I did coolest logos and teams I just felt the vibe for. And somehow I picked San Diego State to go to the Final Four.
That'll do it.
This is the best prediction I've ever had in my life. I don't think I'll ever get better than that.
All right, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you for tuning in.
When should
podcast 5 be out?
Podcast 5.
What day is today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Probably not gonna record Thursday.
I think we have some. We're actually trying to get sponsors. If you have a business, you know, your dad has a car wash or something, you have any family-owned businesses, hit us up. Just give us money, and we'll promote you. We're trying to get sponsors.
I feel like if you give us money, like you'd be the one benefiting more. Like, to be on our podcast.
Like who does? If you're a celebrity and you're listening, right? Hit us up. Be on the podcast. We're trying to get guests because that's just guests are more entertaining than us sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
Like we don't always know what to talk about.
Switch of.
Yeah, of course.
New voice.
So we're trying to get Cam Plessy on, but he's not budging.
No.
But we'll get him on.
We might get Sam Zabel on.
We'll get
maybe
on.
we'll have some mystery guests.
If Frankie McLean, if you're watching this, hit me up. Not for the podcast, just.
I don't think. All right.
I don't know if she swings that way.
I don't think she swings that way.
But it's fine. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll be out. We're recording this on Tuesday. We'll probably be out on Thursday. So thanks for listening. Anything to say?
No.
All right.